If you're interested in learning about careers but don't always have time, the Interviewing People 10-minute highlight shows are the solution. This week's highlights are from my interview with Isaac Smith, who is the founder and president of Five Start Detailing in Findlay. Isaac will be sharing about his experience starting a business and what he has learned along the way. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the highlights of our conversation.
So basically, I started this business about 5 years ago in Mr. Heighkamp's class, and he was our business teacher at the time. And he did basically, I didn't like my job at Kroger, and I wanted to do something. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I had shown him a YouTube video of these people. At the time, it was called Super Cleaning Your Car. Detailing really hadn't become popular quite yet. And I showed him this business, and he was like, whoa. He's like, yeah, people actually make money doing that. And I'm like, really? And he said, yeah, I can help you to start up, register your business and help you build a website. And at the time, we hadn't registered anything, and we just built a website. And he gave me his car to do first. And his car was 5 to 6 years old, had never been cleaned before. He was a golf coach, so you can just imagine all the dirt and stuff, 5 kids. And so if you can do this car, you can do anything. So I did his car, and he really liked it. It took me about a week to do it by myself. And after that, then friends and family wanted their cars done. I posted to Facebook, and then after that, just been posting continuously for the past 5 years, and friends and family and things like that have just been coming, and their friends and family and their friends and family and then their friends and family. And it got to a point almost 2 years ago now, had a car in my parents' garage all summer, all spring, all fall. They weren't able to park in the garage anymore, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get a shop. So I got a shop here in Findlay. And then at the time I was working at Warner Automotive and Home Depot to try to become a supervisor. And I learned a bunch of leadership skills from that, and took those skills, left Warner on a whim to go start a business that I had no idea if it was going to succeed or fail. When I graduated high school, I got my Firefighter 1 certification. Graduated high school, immediately went to fire school. That took all summer and part of the fall there of 2018. And then I got my certification that December of 2018. Being on the department and helping people has actually made me realize on this world, and at any point of time, our end can be tomorrow. So I think realizing that and seeing all the things that we've seen on the fire department has made me more come to realize that it's not about you, it's about helping other people. It's about creating a service that isn't about making money, it's about servicing your customer. It's about making that other person that's paying for that product very happy. And that's what I strive for every day when we do our customer cars. When I graduated high school, I wanted to go and become a police officer. So I started going to Owens to pursue that dream of mine. Owens wasn't for me, so to say. I didn't like the classroom setting. I didn't like sitting there and having someone teach something to me. That just wasn't how I learned. So I stopped going to Owens before that first semester, and I think realizing that wasn't for me was definitely good for me to realize that before I actually pursued into it more and owed more money on it than what I was already invested into, because then I would have been out a lot more money than what I was. And then I wanted to become, so I realized that I enjoyed being a firefighter. I enjoyed helping people. So that's when I started going to fire school and all that stuff. I had started going to University of Phoenix about fall of last year. And the University of Phoenix is a different setup of style classes than it is than a standard college. Their online classes are. You can get a whole MBA online now. You don't have to go sit in a classroom and have someone teach it to you. I started doing that the fall of last semester. I finished a couple classes through that, and it takes as long as you want to take it. So if you decide that you want to stop taking classes for a couple months, you can do that. You just resume back where you were when you left off.
Okay.
And it's not an all upfront cost like it is for a semester. It's per class.
Okay.
So I'm still taking classes with it. I think education is very important to people, whether it's college or it's just meeting people and learning from mistakes and failing. I think that standard college isn't for everybody, but I think going and getting some sort of education is definitely beneficial. A couple months ago, back when I had first started this location here back in December, I had an employee decide that he was going to go buy a truck, and it was still a new business, and I was still trying to build. We're still a new business, but I'm still trying to build my brand. But we were fresh new, like no one knew who we were, and so this employee decided that he was going to go message this guy on Facebook that he was going to buy a truck. And he said that he was me and owned this business and was swearing to this guy on Facebook. This guy had messaged me had called me. He went to my Facebook page and called me and had told me that my employee was staging as me and that this is what happened. And I immediately apologized and I said, that's not who we are. I immediately tried backpedaling and trying to see where he was coming from and seeing where my employee was coming from, and I wanted proof. So he sent me, obviously had picture proof of this. Since then, my employee that did this no longer works for us from the situation that happened, obviously. And the guy had actually gotten business with us that following week. So it came out to be a positive scenario from the situation that could have been really, really bad if he hadn't called me.
Right.
But I think controlling your brand is very difficult, especially when something negative happens. I think it's more how you respond to that negative situation, and that reflects the outlook. If you do nothing, I think you'd be very bad, and if you do the wrong thing, it will be worse. It's just how you respond. I sleep when I hang out with my friends on the weekends.
Okay.
So I usually get to the shop around anywhere between, I either have meetings or something. My day starts around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't usually end till 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're open. The shop is open from 9 to 9, so 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
And by the time I get everything picked up and finished, it's usually around 10, 11 o'clock by the time I get home.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we definitely taking those weekends and that Sunday off definitely helps me keep going, because if I work 7 days a week, I'm going to burn myself out, and it's not
Right.
fun anymore.
Right.
So we're located at 2042 Tiffin Avenue, right beside Cheddar's on Tiffin Avenue. If you enter in at the Sherman-Williams entrance, and we're in the back.
Thank you for watching this episode showing highlights of the latest Interviewing People careercast with Isaac Smith. And to make your Mondays better than ever, subscribe so you can hear more career stories from those who are actually doing the work. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember that the best part of Mondays is interviewing people.